Okay, so let's start. Good afternoon. Before discussion anything further, this is our disclaimer from our side that whatever we are going to discuss in this webinar, please do not consider as a buy or sell recommendation, and all information is only for education purpose, and it's not an investment advice. Okay, and we are not having any exposure in any particular stock or counters or index. We means we all team of analysts. Now, first, this is the first symptom of this is the snapshot of overall market direction as per O'Neill methodology. And as per O'Neill methodology, except energy, which is in under pressure, all market, all major sectoral index are trending into confirmed uptrend. Okay, and likewise, all index has given very good return in last 3-month time frame, especially from when market started bouncing back from the level of 15,200, and in last two and a half month market moved almost 2,800 points from 15,200 to, I can say, up to 18,000. And that is why you can see here in 13 month in last 3 months all sectoral indices has given excellent return, and among that sectors like Realty has outperformed because it has given almost 20% return, and so on. Okay, auto has given 17% return, and it has moved almost as per our expectation. But if we talk about this particular week, so almost all, not almost but all, I can say, all sectors including Nifty, Bank Nifty has given negative return, because even if you remember in last webinar we have mentioned that upside is very limited from here, and I can expect 18,000 18,200 kind of levels maximum. So maybe next coming weeks are quite, market will remain quite volatile in next coming weeks. And once again, market is exactly moving as per our expectations or opinion, and that is why I can say, in line with our expectation, market has given negative return in this week, and almost all sectoral index including Nifty and Sensex has given negative return. Okay, now let's move on chart to discuss further technical point of view. So yes, so this is the Nifty daily chart, and as per Nifty daily chart, if you remember, if you see here, there is a trend line. This particular trend line I have drawn this one. Let me make it bold for you. This particular trend line, sky blue color, downward sloping trend line. And if you see market from here, from the level of all-time high, that is 18,600. If I connect this particular tops of 18,600, then top made in this particular level, that is 18,400, then 18,100, and this time. So this time here, market has given breakout, but failed to sustain, and now it is trending below that trend line. And further today also, it took a resistance on that particular trend line only, and turned negative. Market has turned negative in second half, especially in last hour of trade. Okay, so I can say that this particular trend line, downward sloping trend line, is now showing a very good resistance level, prima facie. But apart from that, there are so many factors which are also showing some negativity, from at least from short-term perspective. So if I talk about weekly chart, so this is the weekly chart. So in the last week on weekly chart, there was a shooting star candlestick pattern formation, and then in this week there was a gap down opening, and market has reacted negatively on weekly chart. So this particular weekly chart is also showing some negativity from short-term perspective. If I talk about monthly point of view, so on monthly candlestick chart, I can say from the last 12 month candlestick chart, I can say there is a level of 17,800 on the basis of monthly chart. Unless and until market is trading below or close, market is trending below 18,000. 17,800 on monthly closing basis, I can say then market may remain in volatile. So that is why I can draw a conclusion that market must close 17,800 levels on monthly closing basis. If market will close, so on this, if I talk about this month point of view, so only there are only few 4 5 trading sessions are left in this particular, maybe 3 or 4 trading sessions are left in this particular month. So in this next coming 3 4 trading sessions, I can say Nifty 50 must close above 17,800 level to for positive bias in coming month. Let's see what will happen. I also don't know what will happen, and that is why we are I'm now we are waiting to get confirmation. So meanwhile, there is no confirmation that whether market will move from here, from whether market will move in upward direction or downward direction. But one thing is sure that this range, that range is 18,100 or 18,200 in upside, and in downside this 17,600 500 level is a critical level. If you see this level 21x in this week only, like Wednesday, market has reclaimed or retested 21 days exponential moving average, that is here, this particular range, that is around 17,360 around level. And after that, it has, after just touching 21 EMA with gap down opening, it has bounced back from there. And once again today, it took resistance in first half around this downward sloping trend line, and after that market has from 100 point positive to it turned 100 point negative. So I can say that unless and until now, so if I talk about immediate next week point of view, tomorrow point of view, next week point of view, next couple of week points of view, so I can draw a conclusion that unless and until market is holding this 21 days exponential moving average, most probably market will remain trading in the range of this 21 days exponential moving average, that is placed around 17,350 in downside, and in upside this level of 17,800 today's high. And suppose there is either side breakout, or either side breakout with, suppose there is a breakout below 21 EMA, then I can say that the next target would be 50 DMA and then 100 DMA, and that is far around placed around 17,000 level. And same way, if somehow Nifty managed to close above 17,800 on monthly closing basis, then I can say that there is some positivity from next month point of view. And then we will draw a conclusion once again in next week after closing, that maybe market, how market is going to react in coming weeks, and then we will start expecting some positivity. So we are also waiting that how, let's see how market will behave or Nifty 50 will behave, then only we can comment further. But meanwhile, it is looking in sideways only. It is better to avoid trading at least next couple of trading session or next 3 4 trading sessions. I can say I would strongly suggest you, all of you, to please avoid trading in Nifty 50, at least because I'm expecting much more volatility like it has happened today's trading session. In morning you will see some positive actions, in evening you will see, and afternoon you will see some negative actions, and vice versa. But at the same time, there are a lot of stocks are really doing good, so you can explore that stock movement instead of focusing on Nifty. Okay, so let's see how market will react. Most probably it is trending in sideways, and either side breakout will lead it in same direction. And if I talk about from my personal opinion point of view, so I'm expecting sideways kind of moves at least in next 2 weeks point of view, and that range is around 18,000 18,100 kind of levels. I'm still not, once again I want to reiterate here last webinar statement, that I'm still not expecting very good move in next couple of weeks only. And next after next 2 weeks, once again we will do Bazaar pe Charcha, and then we will start discussing in that direction whatever move will happen in next coming weeks. But I'm expecting, means I want to say that I'm expecting majorly sideways kind of move, 18,100 18,200 kind of levels in upside, and 17,300, 17,400 kind of levels in downside in this particular next week as well as in next to next week. Okay. Now next, bank nifty. Same thing is in bank nifty also. If I talk about bank nifty, the bank nifty has also really moved did well in next in previous 7-8 weeks, and tried to gain, it has gained substantially in last 7-8 weeks, and after so many months it has started moving as per market move or Nifty 50 move, and or I can say that it was in line with Nifty 50 movement. So I can say that after now, from from in last 5-6 weeks, after so many months or after so many weeks, I can say almost 8 to 10 weeks, bank Nifty has entered into outperforming kind of situation in line or in line with Nifty movement situation. Otherwise, from the in last 7-8 months, it was 8 to 10 months, it was consistently underperforming to Nifty. Okay, and same way if I do multi-time frame analysis of bank Nifty, so bank Nifty is also showing like 39,200 is a level for this month point of view. Once it will cross and close, it has already once it will cross, when it has crossed actually, but I want to close it above 39,200 on monthly closing basis. So once it will close above 39,200, then I can say that some positivity, it will attract some more positivity in coming month. Otherwise it will also turn negative, or I can say sideways, not to be negative, sideways, with some negative bias. And suppose it will close above 39,200, then I can say that the positivity will lead this Nifty further in upward direction. So let's once again, there is a trendless movement in next couple of or next 2-3 trading session. So let's wait whether it will close. Nifty will close above 17,800. Bank Nifty will close above 39,200. Then only we will draw a conclusion, and on the basis of that we will start thinking that how it is going to behave. If it now suppose if it will not close, it will not give close about 39,200 on monthly closing basis, then maybe it will turn into sideways, and in such case sideways range is very broad and very volatile, and that range is 36,000 in downside and almost 39,000 kind of levels in upside. So 3,000 points of range may happen in bank Nifty, but yes, in between that you will find a lot of small support or support resistance. I'm not denying for that, but that in such particular situation it will make range of 3,000 point, and most probably it will remain trading in next 2 to 4 weeks point of view. It will remain traded in that particular range, that 36,000 in downside and 39,000 kind of levels in upside. But for that, once again we need confirmation, and confirmation will only come once with this month will close. So 39,000, whether it is closing below 39,200 or below 39,200. Okay, below or above 39,200. Next is this Nifty Fmcg. So today also Nifty Fmcg has given some negative because of last hour fall happened in market. And if you see in this week, I think most probably on this particular day here on this particular candle has formed a very single fin candle, and this RSI analysis on multi-time frame chart is also showing some sideways kind of move, or I can say that move in last 3-4 week trading session, 3-4 week in last 3-4 week, or I can last 3 or 4 weeks actually, it was remain traded in sideways only. If I check on monthly chart, so on monthly chart there is some narrow range kind candlestick formation along with higher top higher bottom formation. So after considering all these factors, I can say that there is some indecisive moves in this also. So maybe if market will start, as I discussed when I was discussing on Nifty and Bank Nifty, if market will start reacting negatively, then this particular the index may also react. If I talk about level point of view, so this is the downward immediate short term point of view, this is the immediate trend downwards upward sloping trend line. Unless and until it is trading this Nifty FMCG is trending above this level, then there would be some positive bias. Once it will breach this particular trend line, then I can say that at least 50 DMA kind of levels may be achievable in this FMCG index. So let's see, just draw this upward sloping trend line on your chart and just start observing that how it is going to react in coming few days. Most probably in next week actually, trend the picture would be more clear than how market is going to behave, how other sectors is going to behave. We need at least this month end closing, and after that only we will draw conclusion. So for your information purpose, I can say you start, just you can draw or someone can draw this trend line on their chart, and just let's start observing that how it is going to behave in coming weeks. Okay. Now next is Nifty Auto. So same, Nifty Auto has also today has closed on negative note because of this last hour fall. And in this also, if you remember from the last 2 months or last 2-3 months, we are consistently saying that sustainable trading about 12,000, then Dover is open for 15,000 kind of levels. Now from 12,000 to, I can say, 12,300 almost, it has already traveled. So I can say from 12,000 to 15,000, if I assume 3,000 points, so out of that 3,000 points, this 13,1400 move already happened in that. So, and there was a linear move, there is a just one-sided move happened, like a move, then 2-3-4 days correction, then move 3-4 like here. So I can say that this time it is turning into some sideways kind of actions, and some more profit booking may happen in this auto index. I'm not denying for that, but overall structure is looking quite attractive on monthly time frame chart. Or maybe if market will correct, so obviously this will also correct somehow. But once again, once market will start moving positively, then I think, in my opinion, this auto sector would be the first index which will start showing positive resilience once market will start moving once again further in upward direction. So I'm expecting this in this particular space, follow buy on dip strategy, in stocks like which are outperforming. You know that I think we discussed ample of times that which are the stocks which are really outperforming. Mahindra and Mahindra, TVS, Maruti, all these comparatively are outperforming. So I would suggest, once this short-term correction phase will over in this index auto, so I can say that all this whatever the stocks, including auto component stocks also, even this Maharashtra scooter is also really doing good. So one can focus on all these particular stocks to follow buy on dip strategy. Once there is some after some cool off happen in this particular index, I'm still intact for the level of 15,000 levels in auto index, but obviously it is not going to happen in overnight, in a month or a 2 month. It will take time. Obviously from the 12,000 to 13,300 there is a sharp move happened. But now, after doing lot of multi-time frame analysis, one thing is clear, that this momentum will little bit slow down, and it will take more time to reach 15,000 levels. But overall, it is positive, and it may remain positive at least for next couple of quarters actually, and it will remain trending in that particular direction. So I have discussed Nifty, Bank Nifty, FMCG, and auto. Now I am handing over this to my colleague Rai. He will discuss few sectors. Right?
Yeah, thank you so much. So please stop sharing your screen. Yeah. So I would be talking about Nifty IT, Nifty Pharma, and Nifty Metal. So this is the daily chart of Nifty IT sector, and we can see that how the index has done, and the forecast has been done earlier by Pawan himself, that most awaited correction is there for ID, which is waiting from a long time, and it has actually happened. So if you look at the chart, like So we have seen this fall that has happened from this time frame chart, and again we have seen a fall that has happened here as well. But in the mid of this July, we have seen that some resilience in this particular IT sectors and some buying interest has developed, and because of that the index has actually tried to move ahead with certain jump, and that has actually led the index to move ahead. And but the thing that has happened here is the resistance, which is actually placed around 100 DMA here. So because of this resistance, the index has again started falling, and the index was actually not tried to overcome, or because of lack of buying interest, that resistance was not overcome, and then what it has acted as a resistance, and then the index has actually falling, and the index is actually falling from past 1 week. And now we can say that this red line and this 100 DMA and 50 DMA, the index has actually it has actually trying to trade in this particular range. So once the index is breaking, whether it is breaking downside or whether it is breaking upside, so based on that particular situation, we need to take the steps how to invest or how to be out from this particular index. So breaking from this breaking of this red line, which is 50 DMA, and placed around 28,381, the index, it might turn the index volatile, and some more negativity cannot be denied for this particular index. And so far as its upside is concerned, so 100 DMA, which is acting as a resistance, once this resistance is surpassed, then obviously some bounce back we can expect, and we might expect the index to move towards its 200 DMA, which is this black line. So this is about Nifty IT. And if you look at all the IT major stocks like Infi, Wipro, even so many stocks we can name in IT, and those all the stocks are actually trying to move in the downside. They are not showing any sign of resilience, or there is no buying interest. There is lack of buying interest in those particular stocks. So Nifty IT. Now I would be talking about Nifty Pharma. So Nifty Pharma as well, we have seen that after, see here, from the June 20, there is a great surge here, and it has lasted till the index has actually hit the high at 13,000. But from 13,000, the index is actually falling, and from past 2 weeks, we have seen a volatile session. So, but the one observation is like, if you look at this in this particular area, and again in this particular area, which is 50 DMA, where 50 DMA is placed, the 50 DMA is breached here on 26th of July, and again on the 27th of July as well. The index has breached 50 DMA, but on the same day it has reclaimed it, and that has also helped the index to move upside. But after hitting its recent high at 13,000, the index is actually finding some resistance, and then again it is acting in a volatile manner, and some selling pressure is weighing on this particular pharma index. But again, if you look at the uh, trading session on 23rd of August, which has again helped the index, and which has again placed its support, which is again at 50 DMA, and that support is still not breached, and that support is still there. So there is a very short range of trading which is happening here, like from this particular range to this particular range, you can say. So once this range, like I explained in IT, so once this range is breached, whether it's upside or downside, based on that only a decision can be taken, and that will be the wise decision. If the index is breaching it 50 DMA, and it is obviously we can expect some more negativity and some more volatility in this particular index. And once this index is passing through this zone, and if 13,000 level is surpassed, then obviously we can expect the index to move towards the 200 DMA. And again, once 200 DMA is reclaimed, then obviously we will expect some more buying interest in this particular index. Now, the last is Nifty Metal from my side. So Nifty Metal is very well placed as of now, and I think there is no sign of weakness in this particular index, and see the rally that it has shown in the recent month, in the past month. We can say that from here, once it has started moving upside on 23rd of June, and then again it has hit the high at 6,000 level, but 6,022 it has hit the high on 19th of August, just 1 week, within a week, and then 6,000 is acting as a resistance for this particular index. But what is interesting is 200 DMA, which is acting as a support, and index has actually tried to hit its 200 DMA, or we can say that it has tried to retest its 200 DMA, but again it has got its support, and it has trying to show some resilience. So in this particular index, 200 is acting as a support, and 6,000 is acting as a resistance. So once this resistance is surpassed, then obviously we can expect some more buying interest. And once this 200 DMA is breached, in that case, again, some more volatility and negativity we cannot deny in this particular index. Yeah. So I think Pawan has to discuss some more index.
Okay. Yes.
Are you there?
Let me share my screen.
Yeah, I was stopped.
Is it visible?
Yeah, we can see.
So Nifty Realty is next index. And if I talk about Nifty Realty, so it has already given breakout above this trend line, downward sloping trend line here. And now Nifty Realty Index is trending above all key moving averages technically. Momentum is also good on daily and looking attractive on daily and weekly chart. But after doing multiple time frame analysis, there is a level, resistance level. That level is 460. And even today also, if you check today's high, it was exactly 460. In last from the last 2-3 months, we are consistently expecting this level, the 455, 460 levels. Once it will cross, then only we can expect levels of 380 kind of levels, otherwise not. And today also, once again, it has retested that level of 460 and closed below. After taking resistance, there was some profit booking happened in this and closed around 453. So from now onward, overall structure is bullish, no doubt at all. But only problem is that if market will correct, then obviously it will this index will also not move. And as I discussed when I was discussing Nifty and Bank Nifty, I am not sure that from here that whether how market is going to behave. And for that, I need I need to wait another 3-4 days to get some confirmation. So that is why I would like to say, if it will move first it will move in line with market. Suppose market will remain, well, broader market will remain in sideways, then start focusing the levels of this particular index. And level is 416 upside. 460, once it will cross with very good volume, that level of 460, then I can say that 20 points move, that would be approximately 5.5%. It would be easily available or easily achievable in this index. And in such case, it is about 460. I can say it would be ready to move toward 480 to 490 kind of level. But 480 I can expect at least. So just start focusing that level 460. Above that, next target would be 480. If not cross 460, then most probably it will remain traded in sideways zone, and that range is 30 points, that is 430 in downside to 460. Okay. And below 460 only more negativity will attract, but I am not expecting that it will fall in at least in next couple of weeks till next Bazaar pe Charcha session. So I am not expecting it will breach 430. So I can say that above 460, Target would be around 480 or maybe 490 also. Below 460, I can say that it will remain traded in sideways, and that range would be 430 to 460. Okay. Now, this energy. Now, energy, as per O'Neill methodology, energy, there is some elevated number of distribution days, I think 4. And that is why, as per O'Neill methodology, we have moved this major index in under pressure trajectory. And if I do technical analysis, detailed technical analysis, so I can say that this level of 28,000 has a very good resistance, unless and until it is trading below 27,000 or 28,000, 27,000 to be precise. There is a range of 200 points, and that range is 27,000, 28,000 plus 100 points or minus 100 points. So let's assume 28,000 roughly. So unless and until it is trading below 28,000, it will remain traded in sideways only. Once it will cross 28,000 with very good volume and with some strong positive action, then I can say that at this 1,000 to 1,200 points move may happen in this particular index. And what I generally do to gauge or capture the move in energy index, I generally try to focus on movement of Reliance. And meanwhile, in Reliance is not looking that much attractive, or I can say that Reliance is looking sideways move, and that is why I am expecting this particular index will remain traded in sideways only. But suppose some positivity will happen in Reliance and other key components of this index, or suppose it will cross this level of 28,000, this I can expect at least 1,000 to 1,200 kind of levels move may happen, and in such case 29,000 to 29,200 kind of levels may be achievable in this particular index. But meanwhile, it is looking sideways only. Below 28,000, definitely it will remain traded in sideways only. Now next, last one, media. If you remember last week also, I have mentioned this level. If I have said some positivity may happen in this, and 20 I think I have shared a level of 2070 kind of levels, and beyond that further it may move toward 2200 kind of levels. So now today it has tried to reclaim 2800 level, 2100 levels, and after that it has closed on let me check media. Yes, today yes, it has closed around 2096, and with some it was flat movement. Actually, flat move happened into today's trading session. So I can say that some positive actions in this particular in a sector and in particular index, if it will remain traded like this, if market will remain traded positive, then I can expect 2200 kind of levels. 2200 means 2100. Current level is around 2100, and I'm expecting 2200. So 5% kind of move may happen in this particular media index in next couple of weeks. But for that, market must remain traded in positive trajectory only. If market will start behaving sideways or some negativity with some negative bias, then obviously it will also turn into positive. Otherwise, it is looking attractive to me at least, or maybe 2200 kind of levels may be achievable in coming couple of weeks actually. So comparatively looking positive, but it purely depends upon market move. Okay. So now we have discussed almost all major sectors and minor sectors as well, like media and other. Now start moving toward question and answers. So someone is asking, can you mention stocks doing well? I don't know which type of stock he is asking, but you can start tracking our this MarketSmith product, In that you will find lot of stocks which are really doing good. You can focusing our watch list. We can focusing on our charts of the day activity. From there, you will every day you will find lot of stocks or lot of positive stocks which are really doing in the market. Okay, now Jayantagra, we are not tracking. Sorry for that. We generally it is not in our tracking, so I can't comment. Okay. So let's start taking one by one. First question, let's take GE shipping. So 1 minute. So if I talk about GE shipping, so GE shipping for disclaimer point of view, we have already added in our TraderSmith portfolio, and there is some positivity. That is why we have added GE shipping, and we are expecting some outperforming actions may happen in GE shipping in coming few days. Fundamentally, it is looking quite attractive. So let's see how it will react. If it will turn negative, then obviously we will remove from our portfolio. But meanwhile, it is looking positive. That is why we have added in our TraderSmith portfolio. So at least to us, it is looking quite attractive. Okay. Now, Mangalore Fertilizer and AU Bank. So I don't know. Some RP is asking all this question. And we have already added AU Bank. Also, we have added in our TraderSmith portfolio. Mangalore Fertilizer today only we have added. And all these stocks are looking attractive to us. That is why we have added. So please, I would suggest, please follow our this activity in this TraderSmith portfolio. We will take actions immediately as per market direction or as per stock direction. Otherwise, it is looking, all these stocks are looking for positive from short to mid-term perspective. That is why only we have added all the stocks. Now, let's take power grid. So power grid also we have added in our TraderSmith portfolio, and it is looking positive. There is a resistance level in upside. I think it is placed around 234. Power grid. Rai, can you share your screen chart so I can discuss it sequentially?
Yeah, sure.
In a speedy manner.
Yeah.
Otherwise it is because I have only one screen.
Power grid, no?
Yes, so I am stopping my screen. So
okay, you stop it. I am okay.
Yes.
Is it okay now?
Yes, now it's okay.
Okay.
So power grid. Yes. So power grid we have added, and it is trading above all key moving averages. Trend is positive, but today in last hour there was some profit booking up and down. Now let's see how this profit booking was because of this monthly expiry or anything, any other reason. So and further there is a level of 232, 233. Once it will cross 232, 233, so it will attract more positivity. Otherwise, at least we can expect at least levels to 240 kind of levels may be achievable in this particular stock. So overall trend is positive in the stock. Now it is purely based on market direction, because the market is now from next 1 week perspective not looking that much one-sided kind of upside or downside move. More probably it will remain traded in sideways only, and that is why it is a Nifty 50 component. So this stock will also we have like in that manner. Otherwise, overall structure is positive. Another thing is that it is you can consider this particular stock as a defensive stock comparatively. So it has its own kind of move, generally like ITC, Power Grid, NTPC, NTPC. All these stocks move as per their own direction. It is not like it will go speedy manner in upside or downside. So that is why all these stocks are considered defensive also. So it is in our portfolio. Let's see how it is going to behave in coming weeks. Otherwise, and it is positive. That is why that's only we have added the stocks. Okay. Next is where is 1 minute. 1 minute. Next query is. DCW. Let's take DCW.
Which one?
DCW. DCW. So there was an excellent move happened in last couple of weeks, but from the Saturday onward, there is some positive negativity or maybe profit booking. I can say not negativity, but profit booking. If I do multi-time frame analysis, so trend is positive, obviously, but after such type of gain in last couple of last few days, actually, from the level of 40 to almost, I can say that almost 52. From Saturday, there is some profit booking happened, and another thing is that level of this 48 to 58, that is the critical zone. So most probably now for few days, next few days, it will remain traded in sideways only. Otherwise, overall structure is positive, especially on higher time frame chart. It is looking quite attractive. But from now here, from here, uh, level of I can say 50 rupees, 50, 51 rupees, I can say. It must close on monthly basis above 51 rupees. Then I can say that more positivity will happen in coming months also. So just start focusing level of 50, 51. Suppose it will close monthly, it will close above 50, 51 levels in monthly chart. Then I can say that it is ready to move further or maybe towards 60, 65 rupees in coming months also. Suppose it will close below that level, then I can say that it will remain traded in sideways only. But meanwhile, overall structure is really positive in this particular stock. Now Indus Tower.
Which one?
Indus Tower. So Indus Tower, if you see, structure is very quite negative of this Indus Tower. And now stock is still trending below all key moving averages. Structure is negative, trending below all key moving averages. Next is momentum is on not looking that much attractive. On higher time frame chart, especially on monthly chart, is also not looking that much attractive. So I would not suggest anybody to take positions in this particular long positions in this particular stock. At least to me, it is looking very negative. Okay. Now, can you tell me, is Uflex gives breakout or not? And if yes, then how we see the next target? Let's see Uflex chart. So Uflex has already given breakout, boss, and it has now it has today's closing price is placed around 775. So it is already trending in uncharted territory. It is trending in all trending above all key moving averages, trending in all charted territory. Trend is is extremely positive on monthly time frame chart. So it has already given breakout. It is looking successfully doing really doing good in last couple of in this particular week. So overall trend is positive. Now how can we see next target he is asking. So see this kind of stock where momentum is very strong on multi-time frame chart, so it is very difficult to capture the targets, but I can say strong trend is very strong in this particular stock. And if I talk about this target in this particular stock, so maybe 820 kind of levels may be achievable in coming days only. But for that one can keep level of stop loss of 730. Suppose it will breach below 730, then it will enter into sideways. But overall trend is positive. I would suggest you just stop trailing or stop loss and remain invested in this particular stock. Trend is positive. Just keep stop loss around 730. Maybe breaching below 730, it will turn into sideways kind of chart. Now Rajesh is asking about pivot point, or I think he is asking about MarketSmith pivot point. So MarketSmith pivot point is basically on the basis of chart pattern, or on the basis of previous pivot high and chart patterns. On the basis of that, it is marked actually for. And this is not a right platform to discuss all the product related queries. We are here to discuss market only. So I just try to write a mail regarding this, then concern team, product team will explain you all these things. GSFC, now next, GSFC.
GHFC, right?
GSFC, Gujarat State Fertilizer. So GSFC is trending above all key moving averages, but from the last almost 3-4 weeks actually, it is trending in 4 weeks actually. It is trending in sideways only and consolidating above 100 days moving average. So I can say that overall trend is positive, and but bias is positive, but there is a level, a resistance level, and that resistance level is around 172. Unless and until it is trending below 72, I can say that it will remain traded in sideways only. But suppose it will give breakout above 72, then fresh move will start in this particular stock. So overall trend is positive, but just wait for breakout above 72, maybe above breaking above 172, fresh move will start in this particular stock. Control point we do not track, so let's discuss Tata Consumer and Tata Coffee. Tata Consumer first.
Tata Consumer Product, na?
Tata Consumer Product. So trend is positive, trending above all key moving averages. Another thing is that there is a downward sloping trend line breakout on daily chart, up drawing connecting high of this high of September 21 and high of May 22, April 22 or May 22. So if I connect a high of these 2 points, there is a downward sloping trend line, and now it is trending around that downward sloping trend line only. Momentum is also not that much bad on weekly chart, daily chart, but momentum is purely sideways on monthly chart, weekly chart actually. On daily chart, it is showing positive, but on weekly chart and monthly chart, momentum is showing sideways only, and that is why stock is behaving in sideways manner only. And to give fresh breakout, there is a level I want to share with you, and that level is around 830. Suppose meanwhile it is trending around 800. So just keep watching level of 830. Suppose it will give breakout above 700, 830. Then I can say that fresh uptrend most probably will start in this about 830. And in such particular case, it would be ready to move toward at least toward 880. So bias is positive, no doubt at all, but there is some resistance. Another thing is that momentum is not that much strong on monthly and weekly chart, and that is why most probably it is trending in sideways. Otherwise, trend is positive. And after considering all these factors, I can say that it most probably it will remain traded for the few weeks. It will remain traded in sideways only, but just start focusing level of 830. Above that, maybe turn more positive. Now Tata Coffee. Tata Coffee, from the trend is positive once again, but from the last almost 1 second, last 1 month, I can say last 1 month, last 1 year actually, last 12 months actually, it is trending in sideways only and trending above all key moving averages. But now from the last couple of trading session, it is showing some positivity, and it has already given breakout level was around 220, 225, 230, and now it is trending above. So suppose somehow it is managed to hold about 225, maybe some more positivity will attract, but failure to hold just 220, 225 may once again turn into sideways only. So it has given breakout, looking quite positive, and or may looking quite positive. Suppose it will manage to hold about 225 or 220 levels, so it may gain further from here. But purely it depends upon market direction. If market will remain traded negative bias, then maybe it may turn negative once again, or maybe it once again enter into sideways. But structurally looking bearish, already given breakout, maybe it will give further return, or it may move further in coming few days. It is really looking attractive to me at least. Coromandel. Hello.
Coromandel
Hello.
International, right?
Coromandel International.
Yeah.
So Coromandel started, there was a bearish candlestick formation, and today once again, and on weekly chart is also not looking that much attractive. And so I would try to, I would suggest to avoid for time being actually. It will take few more weeks to settle down this particular stock. So avoid actually from my side. Now, sorry. Next, can you say next?
I can take it from here, from the chat box, right?
LTTS.
Just tell me Simon's move is uncharged territory or not uncharted territory. Yes.
LTTS.
LTTS. Jyoti Live, okay.
LTTS. So before LTTS, I would like to say something about IT index, actually Nifty IT index. So Nifty IT index, first initially I have expected that 30,000 kind of moves, and same thing we have reiterated in last webinars also, and then we have expected another 1,000 point of moves toward 31,000, but unfortunately it has not reached to 31,000, but it has reached to 30,500 kind of 30,400 500 kind of level, or to be precise I can say level of high 30,474. So I can assume it as a 30,500, and afterward now it is once again showing it has taken resistance around 100 days moving average, and afterward now it is showing some negativity. So see, there was some bounce back. Structure is still negative after whatever happened in last 7-8 months. So I can say structure is still negative, but there was some bounce back because of oversold kind of situation in this. So most probably now it is once again entering into sideways kind of move with negative bias, and that is why if you check, if someone check all the components of this IT, so the all stocks in IT now will also start behaving in negative manner only, along with in some range bound zone with negative bias. So now from now onward, or from today onward, I can say now I would not suggest anybody to start focusing on, or of course it requires a lot of tracking and a lot of efforts, but I would suggest just start observing. Do not try to buy all these IT stocks, because at least from next 2 to 4 weeks I can say, or next couple of months I can say, it will not give that much attractive return. So it is better to but at the same time, and there are a lot of stocks are really doing good in market, so why to focus on IT stocks only, including LTTS or any particular damn stocks from this sector. So it is better to avoid this sector for time being, but you should keep it in tracking. You must keep it in your tracking list, but try to start trading in this. Try to stop or try to avoid trading in this particular sector and stocks for time being, actually for at least next 2 to 4 weeks, or next couple of months. Then only trend would be more clear, and start focusing on stocks or sectors which are really doing good. So I would not suggest at current juncture any particular stock, IT stocks, for buying purpose. Not only LTTS, any particular stock. And from now, I will not take any but IT stocks inquiry, because I have discussed it. HDFC Life. So HDFC Life, it has already given trend line breakout. If I draw a trend line connecting high of September 21, then and follow on tops. So it has already given trend line breakout and retested trend line breakout, but it is still trending below this 200 days exponential moving average. Even in this week only, it has reclaimed 200 days exponential moving average that was around 590, 595, and once again fall. So see, after considering all these things, I can say that it is trying to give breakout, and it has already given trend line breakout, but it must cross and hold. First is 200 days moving average, and another is level point of view 600. It must cross and hold above 600 to turn more bullish from here. Meanwhile, level is for 570. So 600 is a level to watch in this particular HDFC livestock. Once it will cross with very good volume above 600 or close on monthly basis that level of 600, then I can say that positivity in this stock. Otherwise, it will remain traded in sideways only. But if I do daily analysis, so daily analysis, it has already given trend line breakout. Momentum is improving on daily chart. So just start focusing the level of 200 days exponential moving average, and 200 days exponential moving average is placed around 590. So, and 200 days this simple moving average is also placed around 590, 592. And so that is why I can say 590 to 600 is a critical level. Once it will cross above that and start holding above that, I can say that some more positivity, this particular stock will attract more positivity in coming weeks. Below that, it will remain traded in sideways. Next.
Okay. DMart.
Can you take one or two queries?
Okay. So DMart, this is the daily chart of DMart, and the index is actually doing good because it has got actually support near its 200 EMA. So if you look at the trading session of 19th and 20th of August, after having a small rally, the index has actually faced resistance, and especially in these 2 days, it has actually fallen and formed two bearish candle back to back. But on the 23rd of August, where the index has support around its 200 DMA, and from that level again it is trying to show the resilience and some buying interest we can see, but they still, the volume is not that great. It is trading below above average volume. So once the buying interest will more and the volume will be above average, then obviously the index should go up, and it should actually pass the level of 4523. And I think as of now there is no sign of weakness as such. But actually once this support is breach of 200 DMA, then obviously negativity will be there. Dawat. LT food, I think, yeah. So LT food is doing great, and the index, the stock is already 11% from the pivot level in 26 days. So breakout has already happened, and the index is actually moving up. So if the stock is 11% up from the pivot level, then obviously it will be not that great to buy at this particular point of time. If you find any, like if there will be any such sideways kind of move, and if there is flat base formation, and then again it is forming another base, and then if it moves upside, then obviously that may act as an entry point. But as of now, the index has faced resistance at 103, or we can say 104 around. So I think overall there is no weakness as such, and the index is trading up its all key moving averages. So actually the one who has already taken the entry, I think they should hold their stock.
Let's take Adani port, right?
Okay. So Adani port, after having after hitting its recent low at 653, I think, yeah, 653 on 20th of June, the stock has actually shown great move, and it has also hit the recent high, and the recent high is placed at 891, or we can say that around 900 INR. So after hitting its recent high, the stock is actually acting volatile, or that 900 mark is acting as a resistance. but there is no such negativity where that type of profit booking is okay, and there is no such great fall. We can say just 4 to 5%, even not 5%, just here one day 3.6% and one day 0.9%, so around 4.5% is fine. So overall there is no weakness is in this particular stocks. And but support, so far as support is that the support is actually placed in this range, which is around 786, we can say. So once this support is breached, then obviously that will be the right time to take the exit from this stock. Next one. Okay, I will take it.
Next one, M&M Finance.
Mahindra. Okay,
In
M&M.
between that, I would like to say whether someone is asking about gold ETF and silver ETF. So some compliance issue, we cannot discuss gold and silver here. Sorry for that.
And what was the stock name that you have told?
M&M Finance. Mahindra and Mahindra Finance.
I'm writing that. So Mahindra and Mahindra Finance is also good. There is no weakness as such, and the stock is actually trading above its all key moving averages. And we have seen that August 22nd and 23rd has actually acted from that support level, the stock has again started rising up. But the problem is that there is some resistance here in this, that we can say the some shade area here. So once the resistance is passed, which is placed around 199 to 200, we can say, or to be very precise, we can say that 203. So once this 202 and 203 is passed, then again new buying interest or so, or new bull trend can be seen in this particular stock. But so far as support is there, the support is actually placed around 190 or 190, or this low that is 188 around. So once this support is breached, then obviously that will be the right time to take the exit to be on the safer side.
Gokul Agro. Gokul Agro, just it has after heavy correction from the level of 137.38, it has corrected. It has formed top around 135.37. It has corrected to 200, that is level of 78.80, and it took some support around 200 days simple moving average, and trying to show some bounce back. But overall structure,
I think it is forming this stock is forming upper circuit of 5% each day, back to back from past 3 days.
Past 3 days. So that is also, so we would not suggest to enter into this circuit kind of stocks, because it would be very difficult to sell when it will enter into a downward circuit,
lower
especially
circuit
in this type of market. And another thing is that if I talk about this technical point of view, so level of 200 days moving average, that is placed around 82, I can say, unless and until meanwhile it is current level is 92 rupees, today's closing price around 90. So above this level, I can say that it will remain, but anyway, it is not looking that much attractive to me. After recent fall happened, it will take few more weeks and months to get settled and around this. So I would not after doing risk reward, I can say that this is more higher, especially in this kind of market where trend is not, market trend itself is not that much convincing, that whether it will go in from here or whether it will fall from here. So in such type of market, I would strongly, not only particular to this stock, but I would suggest to try to focus on some stocks which are not going in frequently in circuit filter, actually, because circuit filter it will turn very difficult once market will turn and it will start giving lower circuit. But yes, it has taken, technically it has taken support around, it has given breakout around 84 level, and now it is gaining. It may gain from here. 96 rupees is the target, first target, 96, 97 rupees, or maybe once it will cross 96, 97 rupees, then some more positivity will attract this particular stock, and in this particular case 105 to 107 kind of levels may be achievable in this. But it is circuit once again, so I would not suggest to anybody to buy. But if someone has already bought it, so just remain invested in this. in this, and first target would be 96 rupees and 96.90 above 97 and then 96.97. I can say 105, 107 kind of levels may be achievable in this particular.
Sharda Corp. So this is the scenario of Sharda Corp, and obviously the stock is in completely bearish trend. So we generally don't suggest to buy the stock which is actually in the bearish trend.
We would suggest to avoid it. That's it.
Yeah, we'll suggest to avoid it. So we'll take one more or two.
No, let's take few more actually. Tata still, let's take.
Okay. So this is the chart of Tata Steel, right? So Tata Steel actually after hitting its recent low at 22.7, the stock has actually shown resilience and it has crossed all its moving averages. But the problem here is after, it is just trading, when it was trading near its 200 DMA. And then from this particular range, actually, it has shown some resistance, or this 200 DMA has acted as a resistance, and the stock has started falling. And if you look at the 1 week trading behavior of this, then a stock is not showing any type of recovery. But one day only, just on, I think, on 23rd of August, we have seen that it has formed a bullish candle. But again, for the past 2 days, the stock is actually trying to behave in a volatile manner with negative bias. So I think once this 200, which is just 6% away from here, if this 200 is reclaimed, then obviously we will expect some new high from here or some new buying interest. And if that is not happening, then obviously the index might try to retest its 50 DMA, which is placed around 96. So as of now, I think it will be risky to enter in such particular stock.
Next is HDFC Bank. So HDFC Bank, if you see the whole move happened in this in last 3 to 3 months in entire IT this space, that is banking space. This HDFC Bank has comparatively underperformed, but technically now it is trending above all key moving average. But if you check if you do the detailed analysis of all technical analysis, so slope and everything and momentum is not looking that much convincing. But yes, it is HDFC. It may not outperform to market or to Nifty or Bank Nifty, but yes, I always advise to follow buy on dip strategy. But if someone for long term perspective, and but if someone is looking for short term perspective, so it is in sideways only. It is not looking from short term perspective. It is not looking that much attractive. But yes, from long term perspective, I always recommend to follow buy on dip strategy in HDFC. Not sooner or later it will start outperforming once again. But if someone is really looking for a short-term perspective, then start focusing on ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, City Union Bank, Federal Bank, all these stocks, or some PSUs also, like PSU like Union Bank now start given breakout, Canara Bank. All these stocks are comparatively showing more positivity compared to HDFC Bank from in short-term perspective. Okay.
Mahindra CI Automotive.
Mahindra CI. 1 minute. Mahindra CI. Today's closing price is around 272. It took some resistance in this resistance zone, and that resistance zone was in between 290 to 300. And after that, it has entered into sideways now, showing some negativity. So I can say it now there is a level, and the first level is this 270, 275. From monthly perspective, it must remain trading about 275, I can say, and must close above 275 to turn more positive, and then above that 300, and above 300 I can say it will enter into sideways. So overall structure is positive, even though there is some profit booking happened, and this profit booking may accelerate further toward 260 kind of levels or 255 kind of levels. And this is belongs to auto stocks once again. So correction, it is now entered after sharp rally happened from 170 to 300. So almost a 70-80% rally happened in the last 2 or 3 months. So after that, now it has entered into uh, correction. So this correction may extend further from here, but I would suggest to follow buy on dip strategy in this particular stock. And especially if it will remain traded above this 275 280, then it will remain if suppose it will remain consolidated in between this range, actually 250 to 300. So sooner or later, maybe in next couple of months, it will give press breakout once again, and it will start outperforming. So looking attractive to me at least. But for time being or for short term next couple of weeks perspective, it may remain traded sideways or some more profit booking may happen in this particular stock. Now let's take last one or two queries. So we will wrap up this session in next 1 or 2 minutes.
Okay, I have taken already. Just wait. Chola investment.
Okay.
Cholamandalam finance. Yeah, this is the chart. You can start. Okay, so this is the chart of Cholamandalam Investment and Finance. So the stock has actually broke out and it is just 2% away from the pivot level in 12 days. So what has happened after this, from 512 where it has formed the low, and then from 14th of July, it has actually risen up till here. But here from the past 2 weeks, we can see that some flat based consolidation pattern is happening. So once this stock is, if you can see this area of shades that is actually formed here, so if that is actually surpassed, which is placed around, we can say 800 level. So once this 800 level is surpassed, then obviously the sentiment will turn bullish. But as of now, the index is facing resistance in this particular zone. So either breaking upside or whether it is breaking downside, it is a matter of time, and for that we need to wait for to see in which side the stock is trying to move. So we need to wait for some particular trading session in this particular stock. Yeah.
Last two stocks from my side.
Yeah, please.
Session. One is Asahi India. So Asahi India, those MSI have already added in their model portfolio, and it has already given breakout, looking quite
Asahi
strong
India.
on multi-time frame chart. So
what is the stock name? Please tell me the
Asahi India, ASAHI, Asahi India Glass. So looking quite attractive. Just remain invested in this particular stock as per MSI recommendation and start taking action as per their suggestions actually. And last question from my side is Clean Science.
Clean Science. Okay, wait.
Clean. So Clean, see, it is trending almost below all key moving averages. Yes, Clean Science. And just even placement is not that much attractive. But yes, but from short-term perspective, it is showing some cubby handle for, or I can say that inverted head and shoulder pattern formation, and now breakout is also happened on daily chart. So some more bounce back may happen, or some reversal may happen in Clean Science. On weekly chart is also now showing some positivity. So from here, I can say one thing, that if somehow it is going managed to it remain traded above 1750. Today's closing is 1775, so it is very close to. So, and it has already formed an inverted head and shoulder pattern formation, and now given breakout also. So that is why I'm saying if somehow it will remain traded above 1775, sorry, 1750, that's 1750, then it will start trending in upward direction. Of course, there is some moving average 200 days. Even today also it has reclaimed 200 moving average and now closed. After that, some profit booking happened, but some positivity is there. So maybe it will start moving if market will support. So looking attractive to me, at least. If market will support, then obviously it is this particular stock. This is Clean Science, most probably ready to move toward 2000 and followed by 2100 kind of levels in coming few. So all that's it from our side. thanks for joining this session. Just stay with us or remain connected with us. We tried a lot of reports as well as these webinars and stocks also, stock discussions also. You all can follow our this charts of the day or stocks in our watch list to get name of stocks which are doing positively in market. Okay, so thanks for joining this session. Thanks to all of you.